Thrown out by my mother for refusing an arranged marriage, I was cast out into the cold with nothing but my dreams. But years later, I returned to my hometown in a private jet, holding my daughter's hand, unrecognizable from the girl who, once fled, now armed with success and a life built on my own terms. This is the story of resilience, freedom, and the haunting choice to reclaim my life, no matter the cost. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments. "You're a disgrace," my mom yelled, just because I refused to marry the man she picked for me. Then she slapped me and threw me out. I didn't say a word. Years later, they watched me step off a private jet holding their granddaughter, and they stood there completely speechless. Years ago, my own mother called me a disgrace, slapped me across the face, and threw me out of our home. Her unforgivable crime. I refused to marry the man she'd chosen for me. Tonight, I returned to that very same hometown on my private jet with my 5-year-old daughter, Emma, by my side. The look on my parents' faces when they saw us step out of that car? Absolutely priceless. Growing up in the Turner household meant living under a microscope. My parents, Margaret and Robert Turner, weren't just conservative. They were controlling in a way that dictated every single aspect of my life. Our suburban home in Pennsylvania looked like something out of a magazine. Manicured lawns, gleaming, white windows. But inside those walls, it was a completely different story. My mother, Margaret, ruled with an iron fist, even while wearing her designer gloves. She was obsessed with appearances and social standing, and every decision she made revolved around how her family would be perceived. My father, Robert, a quiet accountant, rarely challenged her. He'd just nod along, sometimes throwing me apologetic glances when her criticism turned particularly harsh. "A proper young lady doesn't question her mother's wisdom," became her go-to line whenever I dared to show a hint of independence. By the time I was 15, these confrontations were an everyday occurrence. My crimes? Wanting to join the debate team instead of cotillion classes. Getting a part-time job at a bookstore instead of volunteering at her country club charity events. Or, heaven forbid, wearing jeans instead of the floral dresses she laid out for me. "You're embarrassing the family with these rebellious phases," she'd snap, her voice like a whip, yet somehow still managing to maintain that perfect smile. The Johnsons' daughter never gives them this much trouble. Our dining room became a battleground of daily lectures about my posture, my grades, excellent, but never excellent enough, and how my attitude would ensure I'd never attract a quality husband. My father would just stare at his plate during these moments, occasionally muttering, "Listen to your mother, Samantha." His cowardice hurt more than her direct attacks. As my senior year of high school approached, the topic of my future husband became a constant refrain. My mother had been meticulously cultivating a relationship with the Wilsons, a new family in our community. Their son, Marcus, was 33. I was 18, recently divorced, and the heir to his father's real estate development company. He had the right pedigree, the right connections, and according to my mother, was my perfect match. "He's established, successful, and from a good family," she'd gush after their visits. "You should be flattered. He's shown interest in you." What my mother saw as interest, I recognized as something far more unsettling. The way Marcus looked at me during dinner parties made my skin crawl. His eyes would linger too long. His comments about me blossoming into a beautiful young woman were delivered with a smile that never quite reached his cold eyes. When he'd accidentally brush against me or place his hand on the small of my back, I felt sick to my stomach. Meanwhile, I had secret dreams of my own. I wanted to study business and marketing. Late at night, I'd research colleges with strong business programs, schools far away from Pennsylvania. I kept brochures hidden beneath my mattress like contraband. When college application season arrived, I applied to 7 schools without my parents' knowledge, using money I'd saved from babysitting to cover the fees. My acceptance letter from the University of California, Berkeley arrived on a Tuesday. I hid it in my desk drawer, simultaneously elated and terrified. That same evening, my mother announced that the Wilsons would be joining us for dinner that weekend for a very special occasion. The knowing look she gave my father sent a chill down my spine. "We have such wonderful news," she told me, patting my hand in a rare display of affection. You'll finally understand why I've been so hard on you all these years. Everything I've done has been to prepare you for this moment. As, the week progressed, my mother was unusually pleasant, helping me pick an outfit for the dinner, even scheduling a hair salon appointment for me. Her sudden kindness only amplified my anxiety. The acceptance letter burned in my desk drawer like a live coal, representing everything I wanted versus everything that was being planned for me without my consent. The night before the dinner, I overheard my parents talking in hushed tones in their bedroom. "She's too young," my father said, showing a rare moment of backbone. "Nonsense," my mother replied. "I was 19 when we married. Besides, the Wilsons are offering a very generous arrangement. This connection will secure her future and help with your partnership track at the firm. Everyone wins." I backed away from their door, my heart pounding. They weren't just planning a marriage. They were negotiating a business transaction. And I was the commodity being sold. The punctuation has been added to ensure clarity and improve the readability of the narrative. Let me know if you'd like me to continue or make any adjustments.